Welcome in this video. Today I am going to show you how to write the program in the emulator 8086 emulator. So before write the program in the emulator, you have to install it in your computer. So if you go to my BLC courses, then you can get the link of the 8086 M8086 microprocessor, and after downloading the software, then you have to install it in your computer. So after installing it, then you will see an icon in your desktop. So if you click there, then this window will come. Okay, so today now I'm going to show you how you actually write the program in here. So I want to solve one problem here, like we want to take two integer inputs from the user and we want to display it. Okay, we want to print it in here. Okay, so before starting my program, first I have to say the which memory model I use by using the model directive, and then I have to also mention the stack size of our memory model. So in the previous video I have already discussed about this. If you go here, there are different kinds of models: small, medium, compact. So I use a small memory model, which will actually assign one segment for the code segment and one segment for our data segment. Okay, so in the programming, first I have to assign these two things, and then I start my code segments. So how I start my code segment? I have to write .code. Okay, then our main procedure will be started, because every programming has a main procedure. In C programming we see that we use the main functions. So here we actually use the main proc procedure. Okay, so now I want to input one input from user. So how I take it? I have to use a functions. In assembly language programming, you have to use move AH1, which means actually it will take input from user. Okay, this function 1 will actually AH1, which will actually take an input from the user. Okay, integer input from the user. So after writing this code, then I have to use int 21h, int 21h. This function will actually call or executes the these functions. Okay, after that, the value which I have taken from the user will be automatically stored in the AX registers lower part, AL. Okay, it will default stored there. So every values will be stored in the AL register first automatically. So of course I have to move these values to the to another register, otherwise it will be replaced every time. So in the next instruction, in this instruction, actually I move the AL values, the contents of AL register values to the BL register. Okay, in the same way I have taken my second input values, my second input using move AH1, because it's the input function. So in the same way I write in 21h, it will be executed these functions, and then again the value automatically stored in the AL register. So I move it to the BH register, the higher part of the BX register. Okay, so my two values actually now in the BL register and the BH registers. Okay, so how I display the values which I have taken from the user. So for displaying the values that I have taken from the keyboard, for that reason I use this function move h2, which will actually displays the integer input I have taken from the user. So first my first value is stored in the BL register. So for displaying the value to the output, we have to move the BL register values to the data segment register, that is DL. Okay, so for that reason I move it from BL to DL. So if I store my values to the DL register, then it will automatically print my values. So in 21h again used for displaying or for executing these functions, these two functions. Okay, after that I have displayed my second values. So the same code I actually repeated here, move h2, just here I use BH because my second value is stored in the BH register. So again I displayed, so again I move the values to the DL registers. Okay, so first is to for this first these three statements which will help me to display my first values, and then these three statements will help me to display my second values. So after that I can close my function, I can close my program. So after executing or after displaying the values in the output screen, that it will again return to the return from the DOS functions. So for that reason I use move h, 4cs. That is another function which will actually return from DOS to DOS from exiting the DOS mode. Okay, so for executing these functions again I use the int21h because it will actually execute these functions. Okay, after that I close my main functions by using in main function. So my main procedure will be ended in here. Okay, after completing this program, after writing this program, then I can emulate this program. So I can compile it. After compiling this program, then it will actually execute the machine instructions here. So after that I have to run the program. Here you see the run button. If you press here, so now you see the it blinks in the output screen, in the black output screen. So if I it actually tell me that you give some input here. Okay, so now I am giving input like 5, and then again I am giving my second input 9. Okay, so you see the program is now returned to the operating systems. That means from DOS mode to operating systems, because I use move h, 4cs, which will actually help me to returning to the operating systems. Okay, so here you see the output screen. You see I write 5 and 9, that is my two input values, and which I displayed 5 and 9. So you see I have successfully taken two values from the user, and then I have successfully displayed the output values to the screen. Okay, so thank you guys. I think you understand the program, our first program, very basic program. In the next video I will show you another different functions, and also I try to see you how you use the data segment, which is actually I am not using in this program. So thank you guys for watching this video. Allah Hafiz.